Did you know why many Filipinos get stuck or rejected when trying to move to Japan? It is because we often mix up three important words. Let's look at this simple chart. First is the visa. Think of your visa like a one-time entry ticket. You get it outside Japan, you show it at the airport to get in, and then its job is done. Second is your status of residence. This is your actual rule book inside Japan. It tells you exactly what kind of work you can do and how many years you are allowed to stay. To connect the visa and your status, you need a Certificate of Eligibility or COE. The COE is like a pre-approval or a big green light from Japan's immigration. It proves you meet the rules before you can get that visa sticker. Mixing this up causes major problems. Just signing a work contract doesn't mean you can pack your bags and go, and sending papers to the wrong office will get you rejected fast. Especially now in 2026, the rules are much tougher and application fees are way up. Any mistake will cost you a lot of hard-earned money and leave a bad mark on your record forever. To avoid this, use our simple 5-question filter. Just answer these 5 things. Where are you right now? What is your current legal status? What is your ultimate dream or goal? Who exactly is sponsoring you? And which office handles your papers? Japan checks every single application one by one using these exact details. Don't just trust random advice from Facebook or TikTok groups. That's a big risk. And remember, this is just a general guide. The final decision is always up to the immigration office, the embassy, your school, or your boss. Now, let's talk about a common plan. Entering Japan as a tourist just to hunt for jobs. Going from a tourist visa to a work status while you are inside Japan is almost impossible. Immigration will immediately say no. You really have to do it the right way. You must find an employer first, fly back home to the Philippines, and wait for about 1 to 3 months without any income while your boss processes your COE. If you are applying for long-term work like a specified skilled worker or a direct hire, you must do this from outside Japan. Your Japanese employer has to be your sponsor and apply for your COE in Japan first. You cannot bypass them. Plus, starting this year 2026, there is a new health rule for us Filipinos, the JPETS or tuberculosis screening. This medical check is a must, and you can only do it at clinics officially chosen by Japan. If your initial check shows something and you need a spit test, get ready for a long wait. That extra testing adds 6 to 8 weeks to your waiting time. If you try to take the test at an unapproved local clinic or send the results to the wrong place, your medical papers will be rejected and you will waste your money. Trying to rush things with shady tourist shortcuts or fake medical papers is a huge mistake. If you get caught, you will get banned from Japan forever. It is just not worth it. Another common situation is when workers already inside Japan try to switch to a student visa. They usually do this so they can get a permit to work part-time, up to 28 hours a week. But here is the catch. It is incredibly hard. You have to prove you have about 2 million yen in the bank. Immigration will check your bank papers with a magnifying glass to make sure the money is real and not just borrowed for a quick show. You also need official proof that you know basic Japanese. If you don't have the cash or the language certificate, they will reject your application right away. Student status takes real money and skills. It is for studying, not a sneaky backdoor for working. Now, what if you are already working in Japan and want to bring your family over? Look at this family tree chart. A family stay visa is strictly for your legally married husband or wife and your underage kids. You cannot bring parents, brothers, sisters, or adult children. Sponsoring your family is a massive responsibility. You must prove you make a steady, decent income, usually over 3 million yen a year, to take care of them. And the checking doesn't stop once they arrive. When it is time to renew their stay, immigration will check everything. They will look at your tax payments, your pension, and make sure your kids are actually going to school. In 2026, if you skip these rules, the penalties are heavy. Fixing visa problems can now cost you up to 100,000 yen. Bringing family members means you can't just be a simple worker anymore. You have to keep your taxes and records completely clean with the Japanese government. Most people fail because they listen to gossip, social media rumors, or shady fixers. To win, you must follow the official rules and submit your papers to the right place. Let's look at where to go. Your COE and stay extensions must go strictly to the immigration office inside Japan. but the actual visa sticker on your passport must be processed at the Japanese Embassy or VFS Global in the Philippines. And for your JPETS medical clearance, you must go only to accredited panel clinics. Truly moving to Japan is a legal step-by-step process, not a lottery. If you want a stable life there, do it right. Use our 5-question filter to check your own situation and build a foolproof application. Japan is running into a huge problem. There are way too many older folks and not enough younger people to do the work. To keep businesses open, the government is completely changing how they let people move to Japan. Because of this, they are starting a brand new plan for 2026. On one hand, they are looking hard for skilled workers from other countries to fill open jobs. On the other hand, they are cracking down on anyone who breaks the rules. Before you pack your bags, you have to look at 4 simple things that decide what you can do: your passport, how much money you actually make, your age, and if you finished school. In this guide, we are going to give you a simple 8-step plan to help you live and work in Japan legally under these new rules. Finding your way through this new rule book is super important. If you do it right, you get a great future in Japan. But if you make even one mistake, they will send you right back home. Step 1 is just getting through the door. By the year 2028, people who don't usually need a visa will have to pass an online check called GESTA before they can even get on the plane. If you need a regular tourist visa, you don't use paper anymore. It is all online now. You have to sign up through official travel companies and book your spot way ahead of time because you can't just apply by yourself online anymore. Now let's look at how your age changes your plans. If you are 30 years old or older, you might want to try for the digital nomad visa. This one lets you stay for 6 months. The catch is you have to prove you make about 10 million yen a year and have really good private health insurance. But watch out! This visa does not give you an official residence card, and without that card, you won't be able to do basic things like open a Japanese bank account or rent your own apartment. Now, if you are under 30, there is a much easier and better way to go. It is called the Working Holiday Visa. This visa gives you that all-important residence card and lets you get a job locally. Picking the wrong visa because you guessed about the age or money rules will completely lock you out of living a normal life in Japan. For students who want to start working after school, the deadlines are very strict. If you finish school in March, you have to turn in your paperwork to get a work visa by January 31st if you want to start your job in April. Luckily, a new paperwork cutting program makes this whole thing much faster. If you finish from certain schools, or if you get hired by a company that has hired foreigners before, you can skip a lot of the boring business paperwork. Next, let's compare the 2 kinds of visas for hands-on, blue-collar jobs. On the left side, the Level 1 Skilled Worker Visa lets you stay for up to 5 years. You have to have your boss back you up, and you are absolutely not allowed to bring your family with you. But look at the Level 2 Visa on the right. Moving up to this level means you can stay as long as you want and keep renewing your visa forever. You don't have to stay stuck with one boss, and you can finally bring your family to live with you in Japan. Just remember, trying to stay forever on a student or beginner visa is just going to leave you stuck in a corner. To stay for the long haul, you need a clear plan to step up your visa. For office and professional jobs, like engineering or teaching, the government is getting really strict about what you studied. Your school degree has to match exactly with the daily tasks of the job you want. If you want to start your own business, it is much harder now. You have to put in 30 million yen of your own money to get the business manager visa. On top of having all that cash, you have to hire at least one full-time Japanese worker and pass a tough Japanese language test called the JLPTN2. To prove you can handle local business. Japan is focusing only on big businesses with lots of money, which pretty much closes the door on small, low-budget startups. Health rules are also getting much tougher. If you are from certain countries and want to stay for more than 3 months, you must get checked and pass a TB test at an approved clinic before applying. And don't think permanent residency is safe forever. Under these new laws, the government will take away your status if you don't pay your taxes or if you miss payments for the National Retirement Fund. To get that permanent status, You need three main things: living in Japan for 10 years straight, making enough money to support yourself, and keeping a completely clean record with the law. This chart shows how much these changes are going to cost you. The basic price to change your visa or renew a 1-year stay is set to go way up in 2026. If you look at the top of the chart, applying to stay permanently is going to jump all the way to 200,000 yen. To save cash over time, you should try your best to get a 5-year visa so you don't have to keep paying those renewal fees. Missing a single tax payment or forgetting to save up for these fees can wipe out years of hard work. These rules are definitely tough, but the path still works if you come prepared and follow the rules. Let's look at the first part of your checklist. Make sure you know exactly how much you earn, get proof of your work experience, and have your workers lined up if you are starting a business. For the second half, save up enough money for the new visa fees and book your medical checks a few months before you apply. Taking action right away and staying organized is the best way to handle Japan's new rules and build a great life there.